So the ingredients: you want 1 chicken breast chopped and diced into chunks per person. There's some finely chopped coriander, some finely sliced cucumber and unred onion, some fresh yogurt, so it can be Greek or plain, some lime juice in a bottle or limes, some lemon juice in a bottle or lemons, and most importantly some tikka curry powder. So let's get these ingredients mixed up. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of the curry tikka powder. Give ourselves a nice bowl for this to mix it up. It doesn't need to be massive though. We are going to put 1 tablespoon of lemon juice in. And 1 tablespoon of lime juice. Here we've got 1 tablespoon of chopped coriander, nice and fine, and 1 cup of that yogurt, be it Greek or plain. Get it in there, give it a good stir, get it all mixed evenly throughout, and then we're good to go. So it's time to get that chicken into a nice glass bowl. I've got my Pyrex glass dish here. I'm going to cover it with the marinade sauce that we just made. Get your hands in there, mix it round, make sure everything's coated. Cover it with some tin foil or cling film and get that into the fridge for an hour. So it's now time to make my homemade raita. We've got a cup of yogurt, so basically that tub you saw at the start is now gone. This recipe is going to call for an entire tub of yogurt, but that's never a bad thing. Get that into the bowl. Now we're going to put a tablespoon of that lemon juice into the yogurt. We don't want to put too much in because what you can end up with is it making the yogurt react and go a bit lumpy and curdle. Not very pleasant. So 1 spoon gives you enough zing. Now here's the cheat. Using mint sauce, you can use sweetened or unsweetened mint jelly. I like a tablespoon of this mint sauce. There's enough vinegar in it as well to give it a bit more bite as well. It's not authentic this, it's a bit of a cheat, but it works really, really well. Now we're going to take some of that onion and cucumber, chop it up a little bit, give it a bit of chunk in there. You've got a bit of flavour, mix it in nicely. Now you can mix this in, stick it in the fridge, cover it up, stick it in the fridge for an hour or so, let those flavours infuse. So the chicken's been in the fridge in the tub for about an hour and a bit now. It's time to make the skewers. So we've got the chicken and we've got a whole packet of cherry tomatoes there. We are going to use all of these cherry tomatoes. And you need to have some good skewers. These ones unfortunately weren't that great when I was cooking. Because they're round, the chicken tend to spin round. If you can get flat skewers, it's even better. So it's very simple this. Put the chicken on, put a tomato on. Chicken, tomato. Just follow that through till all of it's gone. If it ends up being a little bit left over, extra one bits of the other, doesn't really matter. Just make up your kebabs as best as you can. If you don't like tomatoes, you don't have to. And again, you don't have to. You could load a couple of kebabs up, but I do recommend using a flat or square kebab stick because it is a bit of a nightmare when you're trying to pick these up on the barbecue to turn them. And you can see here, like I'm adding some extra bits of chicken onto the end there. But here's the finished result. They almost look good enough to eat now, but being chicken, probably not a good idea. So time to get me onto my trusty T-Pro barbecue. We've got the applewood charcoal from Big K there. We're putting them on. We just put them directly over the coals. There's no indirect cooking going on here. We'll give them about 5 minutes this way, then we'll turn around. I've also got some of those leftover onions just frying off on the sear plate just for a bit of garnish more and a little bit of flavour. Waste not, want not. So we're about 5 minutes in now, so it's time to turn those skewers. As you can see, start to struggle with them a little bit. I turned them the other way as well. Believe it or not, they were getting so hot. It was a little bit uncomfortable to pick them up, but to do that it was a lot easier. But look at these, don't they look stunning? And they tasted just as good. The smell of those onions gently frying off was just filling the smoke shack with the most amazing aromas. So here's the finished chicken tikka skewers done on the barbecue, that raita, and just a green salad really. Give it a try, super quick and easy to do.